And you want to know what's crazy? Nobody did. Nobody ever downplayed the importance of a man in the house. But when you have a demographic of men who don't want to take accountability for the consequences of their choices and instead would rather live in delusion, they're going to lie to themselves. And I don't even know how we even got to that point, because as soon as the lie began, it was debunked. In 1967, there was a film called Welfare Over Fathers. Notice the quotation marks. The shit never happened. Let's set the record straight once and for all.
I mean, I would have married him, you know, while I was carrying the baby, but he had no job and couldn't support us and was just getting married. I plan on marrying him next year, but no sooner than next year. Have to give him time to work first. I mean, what's the sense of marrying somebody if he can't support you? That's his job, to support you and the baby, not my job to support him and the baby.
So she wanted to marry him because she understood the importance of a man in the home. But that man could not provide a home. So how was he ever kicked out of a home that he could never provide for from the beginning? Let's talk about the system. The system that benefits women and kicks men out of the home.
Mr. McQueen worked in a print shop for 7 years. One day the shop went out of business. Mr. McQueen could not find another job. Shortly after he went on welfare, Mr. McQueen's wife died, and he was faced with the prospect of raising his 5 children himself.
Catch it. Married man loses his job, goes on welfare as a married man. This married man is on welfare. His wife dies.
The welfare department gave him a temporary professional homemaker.
Good, Rita? You still don't want any water?
A midday snack is water and Jell-O. Now he remains on the welfare rolls as he gets an education.
The welfare department pays for him to have a wife, but the welfare department don't pay for no woman to have a husband. And while his wife that the welfare department is paying for is watching his children, he gets to go to school. But the welfare only benefits women, right?
Today, Mr. McQueen does not go to school because the homemaker didn't show up.
If I could get a housekeeper, this would help me more than anything else. Just someone to clean the house. Cooking I do generally most myself, but even then, well, the right person cooking right, I could stand that, I think. But I think mostly what we need here is just a person to be in the house and help with the cleaning and getting the kids off to school. You know, now that I go to school myself, and giving them their lunches, and I could take over in the evenings.
So when he misses school because his welfare-provided wife could not show up.
In the past, I was able to get you an emergency homemaker, and this seems to be a very bad month. They're completely filled up. But the woman says that's in charge of the referral says that she certainly will be having someone come out here as soon as possible. But I know that in the meantime, you can't afford to miss any more school.
They're on top of that. They want to make sure that he gets what he needs so that he will be successful. But when that woman has to miss school because she can't get a babysitter, she doesn't get a welfare husband. She just has to miss school. Welfare never kicked the black man out of the home. These niggas are just ungrateful. But remember, she chose the welfare over the man.
And she said, oh, you can't have a boyfriend. We don't allow that. And I wanted to know why. And she said, because it doesn't look right, you know, with the kids. And so I said, I still don't see why they have anything to do with me with a boyfriend. And she said, well, you'll have to get rid of him. You have to make plans to marry him. And I told her I wasn't getting married. I wasn't ready for it. I just got out of one, and I said, now look, you're going to tell me, here I am, 37 years old at that time, and I've been married, got 5 kids here in the home, and I had been married to this one man for 16 years, and you're going to tell me I can't have a boyfriend? And so she said, well, we doesn't allow the decent mothers with boyfriend. And I couldn't understand that. So she left. When she left, well, then she come back to tell me that my case was denied. This is what happened. She come back to tell me that they had denied me, that I could not get on the aid.
Her and her children faced homelessness because she chose the man.